All right, so here is our update on the Zophobas Morio brothers, Morio brothers, that Sarah Long gave to us, and the beetles have hatched. The beetles have arrived. So this is what they look like in the pupal stage, and I guess this guy's gonna hatch. So that's kind of cool. And we did find a dead one in here that I already discarded, but the adults, oh, they are going for the grape. They must have been thirsty because they're going for that grape half. Nothing over here. Oh, that's another interesting, here, you guys take that piece there. There's another interesting object. I wonder what stage of the journey that is. Except it's definitely, well, it could be alive or it could be dead. Maybe it's still hibernating like the other. But the dead one was just looked identical to one of these, only lying on its back. So whatever that brownish thing there is interesting. But they definitely are converging on the grape. So it looks like they were either hungry or thirsty, because they don't eat styrofoam. The styrofoam holes that you see here were because of their larvae. The larvae are the ones that eat polystyrene and metabolize it. And it seems like they chewed their way through different forms of polystyrene, as you can see. But the adults, I learned from my first experiment, the adults die. They don't eat it. So he's looking around, but I don't think he's chewing on it. So they definitely need that bit of grape. So that's our update, and we're going to find out. Oh no, that was drinking water. So they must have been just thirsty as all get out in there. So there we go. We'll keep feeding them, keep making progress. Maybe these ones will make little baby larvae. That's the idea, and we'll have a self-perpetuating colony. We're just not sure yet. But this is the care and feeding of them. Wheat germ, wheat bran, oat mix, peat moss, and carrot, small apple, and then superworms will not pupate until individually separated. Well, these guys did pupate, so that's interesting. Interesting to note. All right, we'll check back with you. They are cool. I like them. They don't fly, and they don't bite, so they're just neat critters to have to make interesting designs in your styrofoam when they're in the larva stage. And then let's see if we can make more larvae now that they've pupated and hatched. They really made this was a solid block of styrofoam, and you can see that it's completely hollowed out. So in their larval stage, when they were mealworm looking critters, they ate a considerable amount. This thing too. This was a solid block of foam, and that foam is completely hollowed out. So they definitely, look at that thing. They hollowed this entire thing out.
Yeah, I was putting in different kinds of foam to see. Well, they definitely going after that grape.
Yeah, no, they're all going to the grapes of wrath. And one had stuck his head in the water.
But they just chose the grapes over the water.
That one was pupating, and that one I don't know why he's got a brown back.
That one doesn't even look the same.
No, and he appears to be dead. He's immobile. Maybe he's the last stage of pupation, for all we know. Just don't know, because there's another. No, there's nothing back there. But they did eat some of your egg carton.
But they didn't like this, which was from a styrofoam food container.
Yeah.
But this was packaging that was more spongy.
Yeah.
And I started pulling it out, and they ate that, and then the regular styrofoam, all this packing material, they seemed to be fine with. But the stuff that food products come in, like those styrofoam containers, they did not seem to go for that at all.
They went for this.
So yeah, so they really do like packing materials, but other than the food packing, I don't know what the difference is. I think maybe because it's pressed.
Yeah, probably pressed too dense.
Too densely for them to eat it.
And this is relatively recent, this piece?
Yeah, this was the most recent piece that I put in, and they really went for it.
When did you notice they had pupated into beetles?
Oh, it's been I don't know, a little while ago. I lost track of them because I brought them inside, and then they got pushed to somewhere else. So they've probably been beetles a while. The cats actually brought me back to them because the cat was flipping out trying to get into the box, and I'm like, oh no.
All right, well, get yourself some superworms,
So what I want
Zophobas
to know,
morio.
though, are these going to make more worms?
That's what we want to know. That's our next phase of our experiment, and we'll see what to feed these guys to make them happy. Seems like the grape is a good idea. They certainly are liking it. They're all clustered around. Okay.